Okay, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to YouTube channel. Uh, Today we're continuing on our new agent run. Right now we are at level 16. And it's telling us to go back to the theater here and meet with Odessa. So we've got all these areas over here, the mission, side mission, SHD cache is done. And plus we've got this mission popped up. So let's go over here, let's see what Odessa's got for us. So let's see what Odessa's got.
Hey, sugar. It's good to see you. You know, you've done something unthinkable. You've given us hope. I think Kelso and I both lost sight of how important that is. I hate to ask more of you when you've already done so much. But if you find yourself in the vicinity of the police headquarters over on Indiana Avenue, I could use your help with a personal matter. It's nothing urgent, but it would mean a lot to me.
Okay, so that gave us another side mission for the police headquarters. Which I don't know where that's at. There it is. It's over in this area, so it's going to be a while before we get there. So let's go do this one right fast. This anonymous and autonomous mission, whatever that is. That's kind of crucial. If later on, if you want to go hunt the hunter's mask, and or collect the hunter's mask and hunt the hunters, you're gonna have to do this in order to go after the hunters. So let's run over here and knock this out while we're here. And this little mission here really is just more of a formality. If I remember correctly, you don't really have a lot of fighting to do, and you'll think your character's getting ready to die, but they're not. Spoiler alert. But like I said, you have to do this before you can go after the hunters.
Got a call for assistance from a division agent. Name Andrew Edwards.
Okay, here it is.
Inside the control point. Agent, I need you to head in there, find Edwards, and offer support if needed.
Like I said, this one's kind of pretty cut and dry.
Track distress signal detected.
That's not good.
Object of interest detected.
Okay, where is it at? There it is. Okay, you're gonna go right over here. And you're gonna be going up that elevator.
Agent, I'm having some problems with your comms. Audio is breaking up.
Oh, this one you gotta jump up. Yep. Well, there we go.
System disrupted. Hostile airburst seeker mine detected. Hostile assault turret detected. System restored. System malfunctioning.
And this is all this mission is right here.
System reactivated.
Agent, are you alright? Lost contact for a while. Poor Edwards. Reading his biometrics. His last hours were not pretty. I'll send a team out to bring him home. As for you, Agent, I'm glad you're still standing. Let's keep it that way.
Strategic Homeland Division Agent Andrew Edwards identified. Supplementary information. Registered residence, Belmont Hills, Pennsylvania. Time with Division, 1 year, 6 months, 7 days. Registered dependents, Caroline Edwards, wife, status, deceased. Joseph Edwards, son, status, deceased. Holly Edwards, daughter, status, unknown.
And like I said, that unlocks the ability to go after and hunt your hunters now. Okay, so that took care of that. So let's go back over here and let's start working this area and possibly this area. And I've done some other videos in the past on my main character of the hunter mask. If you're kind of interested or wonder about them, it'll show you some of the hunter missions. But now we're going to go over here and unlock our third and final settlement. Right up here, there's a little cage you can unlock. It's got a weapon in it.
Civilians in danger.
Want to see what a farmer can do? Hit this bastard!
Civilians in distress.
Oh, I got a big boy down here. He didn't have a backpack on him to destroy. Okay, this is our third settlement. The campus.
Electronic device detected. Portable electronic device detected.
Okay, there's that electronic device.
Talk about Stan. I mean, we all knew him, right? There's no getting around the fact he was a son of a bitch. But that's exactly why he's going to be missed. If you measure a person by how well liked they are, in the traditional sense, you aren't getting the full picture. And that's definitely...
Henry? What are you doing back here?
Hiding.
From what?
Everything.
Why? What's going on?
Nothing in particular.
Want to talk about it?
Let's go in here and meet Harry.
Barely hanging on. It's hard to motivate people to fight for their lives when their lives aren't worth fighting for. Good to meet you. Henry Hayes.
Look, I sympathize, Henry. But we have our own problems, and they're big problems.
Maybe we can help. I know you need people.
You keep telling me you can't spare anyone.
Not right now, but if you guys can take some pressure off of... Because outside those walls, it's perdition. We let our guard down just for a second and it's over. All of this. Whatever you're doing out.
Well, Sheriff, I hope you're ready for some extra work.
Everything's extra work.
Detected.
Okay, so that unlocked a lot of missions for us. That's a 18 there, so we got one mission in here we'll get. And then I know we got a bunch of side missions.
Electronic device detected.
Henry?
Let's go ahead and run around and pick up these side missions.
Yeah, I just...
Want the best gear? I've got
Can you just give me a moment?
Agent, we've received a distress call from a community near the Treasury
For what
Department.
it's worth?
They're getting harassed by outcasts. They need help. You can do something. Can't you?
Civilians in danger.
Yeah, and there's a lot of little comm devices around here.
It's not an emergency yet, but better to take care of it before it becomes one.
What's the downside?
Well, it's gonna mean taking down the generator for a few hours.
I understand you two are having a difference of opinion. That's a polite way of putting it.
With drainage systems, there's what works and what doesn't.
As you go down the line and pick these up, you can play them, or you can go back in there and play them.
Why don't you boys get on out of here before you overstay your welcome?
We don't have no projects there.
Electronic device detected.
I know there's another one up here.
Look, Henry, I don't know what to tell you. You could start with the truth. You said the situation
I
was
think we
under
gotta do
control.
some other
It
stuff
was
before we
under
unlock
control.
other side
Up
missions in
until it
here. I think
wasn't,
that's the
which was when exactly?
only one we had available right
So
now.
you've been sitting on this info for going on 5 days. 5 days? I wasn't sitting on anything.
Yep, that was the only one available in here right now.
But this ain't really about anything.
So,
This is about me. You don't trust me at all.
okay, there it is.
You're right about that. Why should I? Why do you trust Janine? Because she
So
actually
let's
knows
run down here and do this bank headquarters.
Wreckage of Air Force One. The hyenas have been keeping in the vault of the World Bank. Whatever they stole must be important if they're going to this much trouble. Our informant tells us that one of the hyenas should have the access codes to the vault. I need you to get in, get the codes, and open the vault and get back what they stole.
Civilians in distress.
We can do this!
Should be right up here around this corner. Apparently where everybody's hanging out.
You're gonna need to get the access codes to the vault to recover the item the hyena stole from Air Force One. Our hyena insider, since
All
whoever's
right,
posted
here
in
it
the old
is.
CEO's office will have a key card that should give you access to the vault.
Come over here, you gotta restock before you go in. And I like to always get right over here. You got a nice little crow's nest. Toss your turret down here on top of that sofa. And it makes pretty short work of everything. And we'll go up these stairs, around this corner. Another restock box. I like to keep my ammo stocked up because you never know if you're going to get in somewhere where you're about over your head and it's going to burn up all your ammo.
Device detected.
I don't think nobody jumped off it. Come on, Doug, get your thumb calmed down. Okay, we had an electronic device down here. Or was it down here? No, apparently it's upstairs. I think it's going to be after we go into the next room. Yep, there's no way to get in there. There's one there.
I've called this meeting because we all have a common enemy. The True Sons are gaining a foothold in this city, and the more we fight amongst ourselves, the worse it's gonna get.
I ain't afraid of those bitches, and I don't need some punk-ass motherfucker telling me what my crew can and can't do.
I'm not trying to lay down the law, but if we don't find common ground, we will get wiped off the map.
So what do you suggest?
And as soon as you jump over here, you got another restock box here.
You leave your piece at the door, and we deal with it together, as an organization.
What is this shit?
It's called politics.
So you mean like a treaty?
Like a treaty. How you run your crew is your business.
I'm game.
Fuck it, I'm down.
And fine.
That's the only thing about these LMGs, they take forever to reload.
Checking for the key card. Looks like that key card is the one we were looking for.
You think?
dirt fellas, delivery from our secret admirers.
It's about time.
Now, when you're doing the exotic, the chatterbox, you got to collect pieces to build it. The very last thing after you collected all your pieces, you got to get a blueprint. It's behind this panel. It won't show nothing, but when you get close to it, it'll say open panel. That'll give you a key.
Wonder what that unlocks.
And I'll show you when we get downstairs what it opens. And since I don't have the other pieces, it won't give me the blueprint, but I'll show you where it's at so you can pick up your blueprint. I'll do a whole nother video on that at another time, I think. That way it won't confuse everything.
Hostile radio intercepted.
It's the fucking division. Roach wants everyone back at headquarters.
Right in that fire. That's why I like to get in here about as close as I can to make easy work out of them. And this mission here, the bank vault, it actually has another backpack trophy in here that you can collect that I will show you when we get down to it.
The vault's just up ahead.
Authentication successful. Access granted.
Okay, the blueprint for the chatterbox, once you have collected all the pieces,
Intercepted.
this is what that key card opens.
Fucking division got into the vault.
It's cool. We moved the president. He's tucked away nice and cozy.
You open this, you gotta have a hyena key, open that box,
Shit. They pulled the
and it'll
president
give
out
you
of
the
wreckage.
blueprint
Agent, you
for
got
the
a new
chatterbox.
assignment. Find out where the president is being held and get him back. Sync Isaac with a bank security system. There should be a data center near the vault.
Okay, once again, you come in through the vault door, take a right, and this stack of money over here, you'll see search. And that gives you a backpack trophy, which is a gold bar. Right there. So you get this one on the Air and Space Museum beside the space shuttle. You get the gold bar inside the bank vault between the piles of money. Other than that, there's really nothing else in here. Put my turret up there because that's where all the hostiles are going to be coming out at.
Beginning search query.
Oh, and you're gonna send a... And you'll get multiple waves here, so just be patient. Probably about 2 more waves. You can't shoot them behind the glass, so... Yeah, 1 more wave.
Search query finished. Subject located.
President Ellis. Call the helicopter on standby to extract him.
Outlaw down procedure. Initiated.
That doesn't sound good. Isaac, do you have a way out of the vault?
Searching for a way out of the vault. 0 matches.
Piece of shit wristwatch. Okay, let me see. If you can punch through the west wall, there's a maintenance tunnel running alongside your position. It's a long shot, but it's the only one we got. Isaac, plot a path to the president's location.
Highlighting most expedient route.
Son of a bitch, it actually worked. Thanks, Isaac.
This valve will turn that gas off. Or you can just run through it real quick. Either way, I've seen a bunch of guys just run right through it. There's usually one always standing right beside that corner. And this is where you're going to find the president in here to rescue him. Not the bathroom.
You don't understand. I've got the goddamn division breathing down my neck. Go walk with me.
Get him on comms.
And you got to interact with him.
It's me. I need a helo scrambled to my position now.
Roger that, Mr. President. We've already got a bird in the air.
Sir, I'm not seeing any rooftop access at your location.
Then blow the damn roof off. Fine. Get me to the atrium.
And actually, now that I remember, the end of this mission, you go back to the White House, talk to the president, and he'll give you a gavel as a backpack trophy too.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Well, that's a load of shit. Kill every last one of those fuckers. I want them dead.
And of course they don't extract you out.
Supply will dry the fuck up if word gets back to the rest of the council that we lost the president.
We'll get him, ma'am. Fuckers aren't going anywhere but down.
We'll come around here. There'll be a restock box for us. And our final area for this mission. I always like to go right up here. Right up in this little crow's nest right here. Toss turret down here on that little water fountain or whatever. Rock and roll.
You're a credit to the division, Agent. I look forward to working with you once you get back to base. This has been a huge victory for us. Good to have you back, Mr. President. Hey there. President Ellis wanted to talk to you. I think he wants to say thank you for saving him. Go see him when you get a chance. Agent, you're ready for another skill, I reckon. Come back to the base and we'll set you up.
Okay, we're not going to go there right now. First off, Let's go back to the campus. And we've got the barber we can recruit from there. And we got 2 more side missions. I can't remember if there was comm devices up here. I don't think so. Nope. Okay.
Plans will only get you so far if you don't have a place to turn them into a reality.
Okay, there's a side mission.
The outcasts took over Constitution Camp and been using
I think we got... Okay, we got 2 of them. I was thinking 3. Okay. And we'll come over here. That's our barber.
Hi there. I'm Joshua Summers, MD. It seems my services are needed at the White House. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
And we got 1 more side mission here somewhere. There it is.
This round of crops is looking good. We're finally in a position to be growing our own food.
So there's this beekeeper I know, Jeff. He's a bit of an... I mean, the world's gone to shit and he barely seems to notice. Anyway...
Okay, that's where we got to go get Jeff.
He never showed up. My gut's telling me something's wrong. He lives in the square near the Bank of Japan. If you
a beekeeper Jeff.
Keep an eye out for him.
Okay. So that gives us a side mission right there. That's Beekeeper Jeff. And we still got that one. Let's go back to the White House right quick. Get us another skill and get the backpack trophy.
Looks like you're ready to learn a new skill. What'll it be?
What we got left? Chem launcher and the firefly. Let's do the chem launcher. And we'll start with the foam, right foam. Okay, perks. We can't do no perks yet. We now have the barber.
Take care.
Which, if you go over here, this mirror, this is your barber. And this is where I was talking about when you first created your character at the beginning of the game. Well, this is where you can come and change anything that you want to change. But it'll cost you 500 credits each thing you change. So if you decided, okay, yeah, I want an arm tattoo and I want face paint, that's going to be 1,000 credits. So anything, and even the face, if you change any of these settings here, it'll cost you 500. So, but that's your barber. So let's go up here, talk to the president, get our gavel.
Ah, there we are. I wanted to thank you personally. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be at the mercy of those hyena assholes. We all owe a debt of gratitude to the Division and the sacrifices you've made to keep our country together. You're the doer of deeds, as Roosevelt once put it. Now it's my responsibility to direct those deeds toward an even greater good. As Agent Kelso suspected, samples of a broad-spectrum antiviral medication were sent to D.C. as a continuity of government measure. Let me be clear. We're talking about a way to combat viral infection. Polio, influenza, dengue fever, common cold, green poison. Not a vaccine. A cure. I know where the package is located, but to access it, I'll need the briefcase I was carrying aboard Air Force One.
We believe the briefcase is with the True Sons in the Capitol.
And get it back. I don't care how you do it. Just get it done. If we're going to get this country back on track, we have to be willing to do things that won't be popular. But I'm not here to woo voters. I'm here to get shit done. And I expect you are too.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And sometimes it'll hang you up here for a few minutes. Yep. There we go. And that gave you the judge's gavel for rescuing President Ellis. And apparently we got another skin. Okay, walnut. So, okay, while we're here, we're at a safe area. Let's check. Okay, we're going to change that out. So, let's take that. Let's change it out with that one. That one does a lot higher damage, but a 40 round mag, as long as it takes to load, that's not going to cut it. Same with that one. We got a better shotgun up there. I don't know if I got the mag for that one. Nope. So, I like to have quite a few rounds at my disposal. That way I'm not constantly popping down and reloading, popping down and reloading. So we're finally getting our armor up here a little bit. And I think that should go down and take care of one of our projects that had backpacks to donate. Yep, right there. So we'll donate a backpack. And that'll take care of that one. Activities. Chest armor. Steel. Chest armor. Gloves. We got gloves, so we'll go ahead and do that one. and other gloves. We got the electronics, and that's backpacks and titanium. Okay. Let's check our collectibles. And like I was saying on, I think, the last one, anytime you go through here and you're something shaded out, it means you've discovered it, but you didn't pick it up. And if you ever want to go back to it, hit your square, mark as directive, and then when you go to your map, it's on your map telling you right where it's at, and you go back and get it. So that's how you'll go through that stuff and get all that cleared out. I just don't have a, I don't like that little orange explanation point whenever I open up my menu staring at me. And you can go into these things, and when you like trying to kill time, it tells about the people, tells about the factions, the different areas you've been, stuff like that. And it looks like we got some commendations to pick up. We got this one for headshots, so let's claim it, which these will be your patches. We got one here for the drone. And we got this one here as well. And as you do stuff that unlocks things, it'll show that little tick mark to let you know there's a new one in there. And that's why I'm just going down through here, clearing them out. We got this one. We've got this one for doing side missions. So that gives you a little bit more customizable for your character. And as you do stuff with your clan members, that'll unlock your teamwork merits and everything. So now we're starting to get a little patch collection here. We can choose different patches we like. Okay. We got that patch to claim. Okay. Now let's get back to the task at hand. Let's unmark that. So let's go over here and do the work site side mission. And we'll do beekeeper, then that way we should be high enough to do this one. And there again, that one there will give you another backpack trophy.
Outcasts have surrounded a community living near the Treasury Department. Get down there and help them.
Oh, okay, I need to go upstairs and out the back.
Civilians in distress.
No fucking way. You're gonna die.
Incoming hostiles detected.
That was the last one. Have to keep fighting on, one day at a time. Gotcha now.
Sometimes you can shoot through that glass.
Hey, Agent. We got a project ready for completion here. Agent, stop by when you can. There's a project ready to be completed.
Okay, this is the construction site.
Keep your eyes peeled and ears open. There's a strong outcast presence in the area, and a community that needs your help.
Okay, we got to restock here, so since we did that, we'll go ahead and pick that up.
Glad to see you, Division.
Okay. I gotta follow him upstairs.
We evacuated the building, but my buddy's stuck on the roof. Come on.
Stay close, Agent.
I ain't gonna stay too close when I got stuff in here to loot, man. He can just slow down. He'll be alright. That's how you get killed rushing into places. Just like that.
They just keep on coming!
Spread the green poison! Save your ammo! There's always...
Almost there. I can see him. He's trapped in the adjacent building.
Come on.
I'll try to create a path with that crane.
Serious trauma detected.
All I can say is your buddy should have left when everybody else left.
I'm okay. Just give me a minute.
You're all right. You can do it. Jeez, they roughed you up real good.
I just need to catch my breath.
Tough as leather, this one.
I can take it from here. There's an escort on the way to help. You did good out there, Agent.
Of course you can take it from there, Marty. Everything been done for you. Okay, you gotta go all this way back out again. Good thing is we'll go back by our restock box. There it is. Okay. And that gives us another side mission at the settlement. So let's go pick up that side mission. Back there in the corner. There we go.
I want to thank you for saving Sean and Bradley. They're good people, even if they're a little rash sometimes.
And while we're here, now that I think about it, go in here to the public space. There's your comm device.
What's wrong?
And I think there's another one over here somewhere.
Sorry, I'm usually not like this.
Or it may have been that one.
It just hit me out of the blue that today's my wedding anniversary.
Oh, jeez. That's rough.
You've been through it already, haven't you?
Yeah, but I didn't realize it.
Okay, that's going to give us all of our SHDs down here now. There we go. Now we've got them all scattered out around here. So let's go take care of Beekeeper Jeff.
With the campus earlier, but he never showed up to the meeting. If he's still alive, find him.
Yeah, we'll detour up here. So we ain't got to cut right through the middle of that frickin' control point. So let's get that one.
Portable electronic device detected.
Let's get the unhappy business out of the way. We're making some changes. I doubt you're going to like them, but we have two choices. Hold together and work hard, or die. First off, from now on, everybody works. Everybody. You don't find a way to pitch in, you're out on your own. It's not fair for the people who work the hardest and risk the most to support folks that sit by.
Okay, that's the one you gotta...
Exceptions will be made for the injured and infirm, and
Yep.
we're not gonna have kids working in coal mines, but anybody can contribute by doing simple chores. It's mostly luck that got us this far. If we're gonna survive, it's gonna take sacrifice and the hardest work we've ever done. Anybody who isn't willing to do their share can't stay here. It's as simple as that.
Friendly combatants nearby. Hostile control point identified.
A beekeeper called Jeff was supposed to trade with the campus earlier, but he never showed up to the meeting.
Yeah, let's go save Jeff.
Find him.
This will be a pretty quick one.
Keep a lookout for Jeff. He's gone off the radar and the campus are worried about him.
Take him out, goddammit!
Okay, where you at, Jeff? Jeff. Where you at, Jeff? Are you over here, Jeff? Hello.
Keep looking. Maybe he's hiding somewhere.
Come out, Jeff. Jeffrey, come out.
Sounds like quite the swarm.
Well, look who it is. Oh, nice to see you, Division. Yeah. Oh, those hyena bastards, they just waltzed in on me while I was harvesting. I thought I'd wait for them to get bored. Oh, shit. If there's one thing you lot are good at, it's making a racket.
You're welcome, Jeff.
Agent, they're coming from the other side.
Get out of the way. Okay, and that got Jeff. Jeff.
You really saved my ass back there. I suppose thanks are in order. How about a nice jar of liquid gold? I don't know how they feed you in the White House, but a spoonful of that goodness makes everything better. I think it's time I go to the campus. Can't stay around here anymore. Those hyenas constantly on my back.
You did good, Agent. It's not so easy to satisfy Sweet Tooth these days.
Okay.
I'll
Bye,
send an
Jeff.
escort to take Jeff to the campus.
Okay. So I got that and that SHD, so let's grab this one down here. Y'all about got lit up.
Priority item detected. Electronic device detected.
It's gonna be on somewhere on the back side of that door. Okay. And that's where our SHD's at too. Now we just got to figure out how to get in here.
Civilians in danger.
I think that's the one I gotta go back here and go into alley. I do believe. There's our SHD. There's our item of interest, that violin. And there's our comm device.
Hello. Aaron Keener here. You might remember who I am, you might not. Either way, it doesn't matter, as I'm more important to the current scenario than you are. I've got the virus printer old Amherst used to create the green poison, and I've got Vitaly Chernenko, who just happens to know how to use it. So chase me if you dare, but think about what might happen if you get too close. No promises, but I do value my freedom more than I value your life.
Okay. So we're finally starting to get a little bit of armor on us now, which is going to help us survive better. And we've got a better okay, we got a 604. Let's see what we can do here. We still don't have the mag to add more bullets. Let's see what we can do. We'll try it. So all we can do is try it. I don't know if we got anything to help us with this one. Help us with reload speed. That'll help a little bit. Excuse me. Okay, let's run with that, see what we got. So, let's fast travel here. So let's go up here to this one, then we'll double back and get the other one on the way back down. Well, telling me to go up here.
Hostile control point nearby.
Well, that just goes to show you your GPS is not always right. It's just a recommendation. Okay, that's that one. Let's come back to this one. Okay, this is a pretty easy one here. Jump over the fence.
Device detected.
And around here. Shoot that lock. The electronic device is going to be right in here. Yeah, right around the corner. And then there's the SHD cache. And then you can go out right here. And we got one more down here.
It's a big effort. It's going to take all of us. And a whole lot more besides. But for the first time in a long time, I think we got a shot.
Okay, that one's up there. I gotta remember how to get in here. There we go. It's right over here at this mission we did. Well, I guess if we would have unlocked it when we done this mission, we would have had it. That was my fault. If our rope is still down. Yep. There we go. You still here? There it is. Okay, so that's got this area cleared out now as far as missions and SHD caches go. And that's got us up to an 18 now. Let's go ahead and do this one down here. That'll give us our last skill unlock. And plus, like I said, that's where it'll give you another backpack trophy.
Yeah, we've been keeping an eye on the old DCD site.
And actually, I kind of like the backpack trophy you get from that one.
Toward the campus. We're getting reports that they're headed to other civilian centers. We need to shut this site down.
This one down here actually gives you, it's like a little skeleton. Where'd y'all run to? There's one of them. Oh, I'm not. You're all the way back here. Yeah, ninja squad here. Okay, the DCD is right here.
They're coming from the DCD complex. Whatever's happening over
Where'd you
there,
come
we need to
from?
shut it down.
I ain't never seen a guy right there like that.
Just I need to reload, okay? Go away!
That is the first time I have come through this tent and there's been any hostiles, much less a tank. That was definitely a first. Wow. Okay.
Active terminal detected.
See if you can hook Isaac into that terminal and get us some intel.
Okay, we gotta go upstairs. You'll have 3 enemies here. So you hit behind me and still caught me on fire, really? After you get 3 of them, you get down here to download.
Connection established. DCD data stream enabled.
Alright, let's see what we've got. There's an active lab on the north side close to you. Your first priority should be to shut that down.
We'll come down through here. And over to your right, you're going to have 2 enemies in that doorway.
Looks like the best way to take the lab offline is the decontamination protocol.
That's just a fancy way of saying
where's
everything gets sterilized.
Isaac's not detecting the gas needed for the decon process.
It says I got a device here.
Hit the main fuel line in the basement. That should get it flowing again.
Looking on the mini-map. Well, no, that's a weapons box. There we go. Now we can go on. They shoot your yellow box to open your door. You got a restock right here.
That should give the decon protocol enough gas to run.
I like to throw my turret like right up here. There we go. right down here, and you kind of see everything, and you're blocked on that one side. Just keep an eye on your mini-map. They will come up this side over here. Okay, that takes care of these guys. Pick up our loot.
The decontamination protocol can be initiated from a panel in the lab above you. Stay put once you pull the trigger and you should be safe. Top floor, you can't miss it. It's right in the middle of the lab.
Okay, restock over here. Now this one here, you can do it one of two ways. You can either go in there and actually shoot the guys and take them out, or
virus samples detected.
Run all the way over here and into this room here and hit the keyboard.
Guess you could call that clean.
And that takes care of them.
To access the morgue at the far end of the West Wing construction site. If they haven't been disposing of the corpses properly, we could have another outbreak on our hands.
Okay, run through here. We'll restock right around this corner.
Outcasts are using blood from an asymptomatic carrier. Someone who's infected but doesn't show symptoms. If I'm right, they're weaponizing green poison and turning it loose on the city. Destroy anything that might be contaminated.
That was a lot of bodies. Okay, restock here. Now this next room we go into is where your backpack trophy will be. And you also got a tank that comes in here. You gotta destroy this. You gotta destroy that one.
Evelyn's the head of the outcasts. If she's an asymptomatic carrier, they've got an endless supply of the virus to play with.
Agent, your route out is going to take you into the DCD research library.
Hey, while you're in there, do me a favor. Recover everything you can on broad-spectrum antivirals.
Okay, your backpack trophy. After you clear it out, come in this back room here and you'll see a skeleton right there on the wall. Go up to it. You'll see search. And there you have it. Your backpack trophy. Which that one I kind of like. So I think we'll equip that one and run that one for now. Alright, continue on up here. We've got like 2 more areas and then this one will be done. This is one of my favorite missions to run. Okay, and I'll show you the way I like to run this one. You've got hostiles down on that bottom floor. But I like to come around the wall and come around here and throw my turret right there. Now, you're probably asking why right off the bat. The hostiles are down below, why am I doing that? We've got our hostiles over there. And our turrets over there taking care of them.
DCD's data analysis lab is just ahead. See what data you can grab for Kelso.
So we're going to leave our turret there. Once we activate this, we're going to have hostiles coming back down that hallway we just come out. There again, we're letting all them do all. And that'll be it for that. So now we just wait for the timer to run down.
Completed.
Now we can go out the door.
You're clear to get out of there. The lab and samples destroyed. I don't think the outcasts are going to be able to do much else from here.
Thanks for getting me that data to play with.
Hostiles are moving to your position. Suggest an egress through the...
Here they come. Be careful.
Portable device detected.
Alright, you go all the way around this corner. Come all the way up here. And I can put my turret right on that railing. Seems to be a lot of them coming out this time.
Great job in there. We've been analyzing the data, and it looks like it's going to make Kelso very happy. Even if it's going to take her a while to go through it.
Hopefully with the lab out of commission, the outcasts won't be able
But
to
that takes care of this one and another backpack trophy.
Thanks, Agent. I'm real grateful.
Now, I know we had a
Hey, Agent. We're ready to help broaden your skill set.
Comm device over here. Somewhere.
We've got some footage of Emmeline, the outcast leader. You're gonna want to see this.
Must have been upstairs here. Here we go. There it is.
Seek justice. How? Relentlessly. And without mercy.
Okay. So, let's go back to the White House.
You can say whatever you want, but doesn't mean we can do anything about it.
Our enemies are right across that river. They tore us away.
And we'll get our last skill unlocked. And also, don't forget your Ubisoft Connect that keeps popping up. Make sure you check that and get your rewards there.
Hey there. Up for learning a new skill?
So, yeah, I guess we're going to do the Firefly. Do the Demolisher if you unlock the Firefly. That one will target their weak points. That would be my advice. Okay, so that unlocks all of our skills. Now, all we got is just different variants, which those will take our SHD's points. We've got everything up here now. We got to be level 30 to unlock any of this stuff. So, with that being said, if you wanted to, at this point, you can go over here and start unlocking different variants of your skills. I mean, either way, you're going to unlock them all before it's all said and done.
Take care.
So, but with that, we'll call that a video for tonight. We'll come on here tomorrow and we will focus on this area. And we'll focus on this area and probably this area. I do believe we'll go ahead and get these two knocked out tomorrow. Okay. So with that, once again, I thank you for tuning in and watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace out. Booyah.